Today I will show you how to do a basic algorithm in your graphic art called Algorithm for Removing Limitations. What will you need for today? Paper, any format. Usually I use A4. It's the big one, like the printing paper. Looks like this. But because it would take 2 to 3 hours for me to go over all the steps and to do actual drawing with you, so I'm using the smaller one. You can use, there's so many different ones. Sometimes there's a little guy if I don't have much time, like, you know, index card size. They're all different formats. So whatever you want to use, whatever you have right now, it's fine. And I suggest you use the same paper you will be doing actual drawing for everything. For writing down the words when we'll be doing warm-up. Because later on when you want to refer to your drawing, you want to find everything in one place versus like different paper, different size. Because I also have index cards for today where I'll be writing the words down because I'm videotaping. I don't want to reposition the paper or, you know, write down on the other side. It's going to be a little complicated. So I do have index cards for that. You will need markers. Whatever you have, any black markers. I prefer to use different ones. Like I have some with fine tip and ultra fine. For rounding in NeuroGraphic Art, I prefer to use ultra fine. This way it's way easier and it looks much nicer. But whatever you have, any brand, anything, black marker. Colored pencils, I prefer the soft ones. Pencil sharpener. What else? Definitely glass of water. You will need glass of water. All right, are you ready? So this algorithm is a basic algorithm called Algorithm for Removing Limitations. It's the universal one. You can use it for absolutely anything, any topic you want to work on. And the first step in basic algorithm is the topic, your magnetic desire, something you have been trying to achieve or change for a very long time, something that's very important to you at the moment. And it used to be the whole sentence, but the founder of the method changed it a little bit. And now we write down just one word for our topic. The reason why people were like all over the place. Let's say my topic for today is my progress with my new project in NeuroGraphic Art. This is like too much. So I'm going to be using one word, NeuroGraphic. If you want to work on improving relationships, you just write relationships. If you want to have further success in your business, to receive financial abundance, just write down finances. If you are changing some eating habits, you know, doing healthier lifestyle, you can write either lifestyle or health. So just pick one word for your topic. And please don't worry, we will be able to extend it with lots of different words when we will be doing a warm-up. You'll understand what I mean. So at this point, I'm just writing down one word. Please write down today's date, the name of your topic. So my case is NeuroGraphic. NeuroGraphic. Whatever your topic is, write it down. Write down today's date. And we're going to do a warm-up. We do need to activate our neurons and get the process going. Remember, it's called neuroplasticity. We cannot delete the old program, your limited beliefs that are stopping you from getting this progress or achieving your goals. But we can create new neuron connections with neuroplasticity. So that's what we're going to do. And the first thing first is a warm-up. We are activating those neurons. So once you wrote down the topic, I will time 2 minutes. During those 2 minutes, you need to write down words that associate with this topic. It is very important you do not analyze it. It is very important you do not judge it. You can write down anything that comes to your mind without judging. A lot of words will have nothing to do with your topic. You will see, most likely, and that's okay. It could be good words, bad words, sentences, nouns, adjectives, anything at all. Do not judge, do not analyze. I'll time 2 minutes. We're going to do it fast, and that's a warm-up to activate neuron connections. We are not going to work with those words. I'm not going to ask you what you wrote down, so don't worry about it. You don't have to share with anybody. So be honest to yourself, whatever comes to your mind when you think about your topic. This is just a warm-up to activate your neuron connections regarding this topic, okay? So, ready? Go. Any language you want to, whatever is easier, whatever you're familiar with. Don't analyze, don't judge. Keep going. It's okay if you have words repeating. One minute to go. Keep going, don't analyze. Thirty seconds to go. Twenty seconds. Five seconds. Stop. So write down, count how many words you have. I have 41. I have 41 words. If you have more than 20 words, congratulations. Your topic is really important to you at this moment. If you have less, it means it's either not as important to you as you think it is. There are other things that are more important. It is possible because it's your first time, you were not sure, you were trying to analyze or thinking a little too much about it. Maybe you didn't give your 100% to this step. Possibly, start thinking too much. If that's the case, if you have less than 20 words, don't worry about it. Just take a little time and write more words. Make sure it's 20 or more in order to activate our neuron connections and get the process going. It has to be 20 or more words. Okay. Second step of basic algorithm is composition. In this algorithm, we are going to do a catharsis. In other words, release. What is it? It is a limited belief that it was programmed in your brain since childhood. It's something that stops you from achieving your goal. So on the count of 3, we're going to release this blockage, this fear. We're going to extract it. How are we going to do that? Please watch me first, and then we're going to do it together. You're going to really think about the topic, how important it is to you. And when I say go, on a count of 3, you're going to do this. Something like this, messy scribble. Make sure you use the entire paper. we're going to do it on the paper where we're going to be doing the actual drawing. I'm just showing to you on the back of the index card, just to teach you, to show you how it's done. Okay? With this step, some people rip the paper, some people break the marker, and some people even scream when doing this step. Why? Because you let out something that was sitting very deep inside, stopping you from moving forward and getting those results. We do not analyze, we work with subconscious mind. In our psyche, we only use 5% of consciousness. The rest 95 is unconscious. So don't try to think, analyze. Just take a deep breath in and out. When I say go, on the count of 3, we're just gonna let it all out. Whatever stress, whatever anxiety, whatever sits in you, like when you think about your topic, and magnetic desire is so strong. Oh my God, you really want to achieve it. It's been so long. You are trying so hard. You have to have it. You need to make it happen, finally. So think about this desire. Have very strong emotional intensity and let it out on the paper. Okay, I'll show you one more time. You will be using the paper you were working on. You will be doing the drawing, NeuroGraphic drawing, but I will show it to you on the back of the index card again. So when I say go, you're just gonna let it out. It might not look exactly the same, obviously we're all different, but you'll have to let it out and use the entire field. We call it field, this paper. It's a field, it's your life, it's the connection with society, with friends, with God. So make sure you utilize the entire field. Okay? So let me see, I might use this marker. Okay, so think about your topic. My case is NeuroGraphic. I want this project to work. I'm so excited about it. I'm so passionate about it. I've been working on it for a long time. Think about your situation. What is this word? What is this topic for you at this moment? Why is it so important to you? Why do you want to make it happen? What is your why? What is your magnetic desire? Take a big, deep breath in. Out. When I say go, on a count of 3, why do I say count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Because if I don't say 1, 2, 3, you can just keep going for 10, and you know, it's gonna be a lot messier, a lot more work. There's no need. 3 seconds is enough to let it out. And if not, it's been a couple times I was working with someone, the program was sitting so deep inside, they actually needed 2 or 3 different papers to let it all out. It's possible. Everyone's different, but we are just learning this algorithm. You can work on it tomorrow and day after. Once you know all the steps, you can repeat it. But today, I'm just guiding you through the steps, and we are learning how to do this algorithm for removing limitations, how to do it properly. So think about your topic, and on a count of 3, we'll let it out. Go. So look at this mess on the paper. And now you are facing it. This is your fear. This is your blockage. This is what stops you from achieving your desirable result. How does it look? How do you feel now? Do you have any sensations in your body? At this step, at this point, you might feel headache, you might feel nauseous, you might feel like you don't want to do this art thing anymore. Some might feel joy and happiness getting this fear out finally. Well, now we have to get some psychological work and create a beautiful graphic solution find answers to your questions, and change your old program and create a new route that will set you for success. And during the entire process, you will experience some resistance. Your brain doesn't like change. Your brain is so used to this program, this wiring that you have right now, limited beliefs that you formed throughout your life experiences. So when we'll be doing this work, you might start yawning, you might start feeling sleepy or tired, you might experience different body sensations. And also, like, if your release is very small or not in the middle of the paper, like somewhere in the corner, it is possible that you just don't want to face it. Your brain just don't want to change it. So you might have to redo it. Let's say if you have like a little release in a corner. Wow, I'm really, really thirsty. My body is definitely reacting. This topic is very, very important to me. Something I've been working on for some time. So, what is the next step? The next step is rounding or conjoining. Remember, when lines cross each other, they create a corner. And our psyche sees it as a conflict, as a resistance, as an obstacle or a blockage. So we have to round it all. If you don't know how, please pause and refer to my short videos where I show in details, where I show step by step how to do rounding, conjoining. It's the most important step. The idea is to smooth this blockage, get rid of sharpness, and create something beautiful. So for this step, I'm taking a different size, the very fine tip. So when my lines are crossing, you see, there's a bunch of intersections here, and the lines are crossing. So I'm gonna round it off every corner. Please, if you do not know how to do it, don't try to learn it right now with me. Take a look at the short video. You will have better understanding why are we doing it and how to do it properly. So with every intersection we have, it's a conflict. That is why we are having a hard time to reach this goal, because there's so many different obstacles. We have this program in our brain, and when we try to change it, the brain doesn't want to change it. We meet resistance and we have to fix it. We need to create new neuron connections. And this way, with emotional intensity and repetitions, we are going to create a new neuron pathways, and we are going to achieve desirable results. So you see, when I round those corners, they look like little neurons. It looks like a new neuron pathway. So take your time. Do it properly. And round off every intersection. Okay, so once we are done rounding this piece, once we're done rounding our blockage, we are going to extend all those tails and those loops. You see those loops are hanging? And those tails, kind of like unfinished tails. We are going to extend those tails into the field. As I mentioned before, this paper is your whole life. This paper is the field. So it does not end here. That's why we need to extend. The life goes on. We need to extend all the way. It's not good as it's hanging. All the way to the edge of the paper. Shouldn't be hanging because your life doesn't end here. It goes way beyond. So we are going to extend those loops with NeuroGraphic line. It is crucial to do it correctly. We are breaking away from the stereotypes. We are learning to think outside the box. NeuroGraphic line is such a line that takes you where you do not expect it to see, and it does not repeat itself on any part of its movement. We are building new connections. We are creating new pathways, so the line can repeat itself. It cannot follow the old pattern. If you do zigzags or the same repeating loops, you're just gonna stay where you're at. You're not gonna achieve the result. You're not gonna move forward because you have this pattern, and that's what we're trying to break away from. We are building new program, new neuron pathways. And the entire idea why we are doing this, we are going to dissolve this catharsis. We are going to make this release invisible. At the very end of the drawing, it's going to be so beautiful, so amazing, you will not be able to even see where your blockage was. That's the whole idea. Makes sense, right? So we are extending those tails and those loops. Once we do so, you can draw a NeuroGraphic line through your catharsis, from top to bottom, from left to right. Just watch me. Here's the extending loops using NeuroGraphic line. Do another kind of marker. Remember, NeuroGraphic line is such a line that does not repeat itself on any part of its movement, and it takes you where you do not expect it to see. Your lines will cross. Just if I'm going left, I'm going to change direction and going down. If I'm going up, I'm going to change direction, going to the left. We are trying to break away from our stereotypes. If you don't know how to do NeuroGraphic line, please pause, refer to my tutorial, short videos, how to do it correctly. If we don't follow all the steps correctly, the method will not work. It is very important to follow all the steps and to do them correctly. So this loop is hanging here. I'm gonna extend it with NeuroGraphic line. See, another one, another tail sticking out. I am connecting it with the society. I am letting it out into the world, and I'm going to find the answers to my solution, and I'm going to achieve the desirable result. So once I extended all the loops, nothing really hanging, I still see the catharsis. Oh look, there's another one, see? And general rule in NeuroGraphic art, the number of lines determines the quality of the result. The more NeuroGraphic lines, the better, the stronger result. But because it's your first work, you will have to round all the intersections. It's going to be a lot. You will have body sensations. You might start yawning. You might start feeling tired or sleepy. This is a very first indication that your brain is trying to resist. Your brain doesn't want to change it. You have this program, brain is used to it, and now you're building new neuron connections and your brain doesn't like it. It's trying to stop it. It might send you the signal, oh, I'm tired, you need to go take a break, or you need to go lay down, or there's a laundry you need to do, or you have to call your friend. It will try to distract you just not to finish this, because this is new program and new pathway to your success. So we are dissolving this catharsis with neurolines. They will cross, of course, they will create new corners, and you'll have to smooth it out by rounding corners. How do you feel? Do you have any sensations? Do you have this resistance? Some people actually might experience joy during the process. And for me, rounding is such a meditative stage. I absolutely love rounding. I love solving. I love creating harmony. When you do rounding, there are two very important rules in NeuroGraphic Art. First, never ever leave the drawing until you're done rounding. It is kind of like a safety technique. You can't leave your work of art in conflict, right? Like you are trying to solve this problem. You're trying to achieve this result. Every intersection is the conflict or obstacle. You can't leave it this way. You have to solve it. You can't leave it in conflict. So if you started doing algorithm, please make sure you round everything off before you take a break. And that's why I suggested to take a smaller format of paper in the beginning, so everything gets done properly. Otherwise, it takes very long time to do so if you're using bigger format. And second rule, I'll say it now before I forget. Second rule, always work with only one topic a day. You can do different algorithms if you wish, but only one topic a day. Your brain needs time for a new neuron pathway to form and for neuroplasticity to work. How many drawings do you need for one topic? It depends. Everyone's different. Two very important factors in NeuroGraphic Art is emotional intensity and repetitions. Emotional intensity is when you apply a strong positive meaning to your topic with each neuroline. Repetitions, the number of drawings. So if you try to change something for a long time and didn't succeed, and now, thanks to NeuroGraphic Art and neuroplasticity, you are creating this new program, building new neuron connections, it might take quite a few drawings to succeed. And also, I get asked very often if you can turn your picture different directions while rounding, while doing NeuroGraphic lines. Yes, absolutely. You can... let me show. When you're drawing, you can turn it, sideways, either way you want. There's no regular rule. It's an abstract art. You can turn it either way. I don't do it right now because I videotape my session and it will drive my clients crazy if I do so. Or I'll have to reposition, make sure it's facing the camera properly. So once you edit enough neurolines for you, could be different for anybody, but you can feel like, okay, it's enough. You will have to round off everything. I'll probably add a couple more neurolines. And remember, each neuroline is a positive meaning. Apply this positive meaning, positive emotion with strong intensity and do a lot of repetitions. So the more neurolines, the better. And once you feel like it's enough for today, it's enough for this drawing, it looks like I almost dissolved my release. So we're gonna do rounding. We're gonna do the same step we did before, and every intersection, every corner, every conflict and obstacle, then it's on the way to my success. I'm going to smooth it out and I'm going to harmonize. Okay, so let's go. Wow, how do you feel right now? Look what we created using regular motor skills and following the steps. Look at the new neuron pathway we created. Look at all those neurons and connections. How do you feel right now? Anything changed in your body? How do you feel? I feel, look, I feel sweating. This topic is so important and contains so much energy, and I was applying so much intensity that I'm just sweating and I'm thirsty. I think I finished my bottle of water. Please take a look. Make sure you round it off every single intersection. Sometimes during the process, while I'm rounding, I'll add more neural lines. Remember, you don't want any gaps. Like, this is your entire life. This is your topic. You don't want the whole thing sitting somewhere in a corner. It means that something is stopping you, or you don't want use all your potential. You know what I mean? So make sure you use the entire field. And it's interesting because I've seen some clients of mine, they don't see all the corners. They don't round all the intersections. And the reason why they live their life in so much conflict, it's either, you know, a lot of conflicts at work, in their business or family. They actually don't acknowledge, they don't see those corners. And I also have clients, they have a difficult time doing neuroline properly. They're like type A people, you know, like straightforward, and they're having a hard time to do this neuroline correctly, you know, where you don't expect it to see, because neurolines, they look like something in the nature, clouds, river streams, tree branches, and some people having a hard time. So if you don't know how, or if you are having difficulties, just take a look, watch those short videos and practice, and then go back to this algorithm. Anyway, what is next? Next step is called integration. Next step actually divided by 2 more steps, which is 4.1 called figure and background, and 4.2 called archetyping. But we're not getting into this right now. It's for a detailed course that I'm teaching. There's a lot of explanation and a lot of theory. All you need to know for part 4, for this step of this basic algorithm, is that we will be adding color to our drawing. Since you don't know the meaning of the colors, it is also a separate course called NeuroColor. We are going to be selecting colors intuitively. How many different colors to use? It's up to you. For beginners, I suggest 3 or 4 different colors. We are not going to analyze the meaning of the colors. Whatever it feels like it for you at the moment, it will be correct color for your topic. And the rule is in this particular step that we color 2 or more fragments together. Why is that? By connecting 2 or more, like fragments, segments, you see like this little thing here? It's each one is a fragment or segment. Each one is a segment. So we are going to connect 2 or more segments together, creating bigger meanings. You can mix the colors, you can create a flow-like design, but it has to look harmonious to you. Although it's an abstract art, aesthetically, it has to look beautiful. There's no right or wrong, just follow your intuition. And we don't have to color the entire field, the entire drawing. You can leave some segments by not adding color, because white is also a color. So most likely you will have white fragments. Like for instance, see here, I left white fragments, it's also color. Or this one. So you can color like the whole fragment, or you can have like flow like design. It's up to you. You are the artist, you are the creator, so whatever feels right and looks beautiful to you. Okay? So let's see. Let me show you. So when I talk about 1 or 2 segments together, see, if I leave this one right here and then I take another color and I start coloring, that's wrong, because the rule is at least 2 or more fragments together. Okay, so that would be already correct way to do so. And let me show you something. Let's say oh, I need to sharpen my pencil. A lot of people experience joy during this step. Some people have very strong resistance and they don't even want to add color, but you need to push through. That's why we're doing this, to push through, to create new pathways, to achieve desirable results. And by doing it over and over, your brain will finally accept a new program, and the new one will become obsolete. Once you get your brain familiar with how to do the basic algorithm, you can experiment with colors, mixing them together, trying different color techniques. And let's say you are doing your drawing and you left only 1 segment in 1 color. Remember, I said 2 or more, but let's say you already finished your drawing and you have 1 segment in 1 color. You don't necessarily have to add another one. All you do, you just take a marker and you add a neural line inside this segment, and then you're gonna round off all the corners always. And by doing so, you will create another fragment, so you will have a proper technique, 2 or more segments together. Okay, so let's go. Get your colors, whatever feels right. And also we are learning how to do shading or how to use colors in different algorithms like NeuroColor and sketching. There's a lot of interesting information. That's when you know the meaning of colors. That's when you can help your topic to achieve desirable results. But if you don't know, don't worry about it. Your intuition will help you, will take you to the right direction, and you will achieve your goal. I'm adding brown color because in my topic I need to have a little more structure in order to achieve my result with my project, because I get busy with other things. I'm all over the place, and brown color will help me to be consistent. Wow, my head is spinning. How do you feel right now? It's a lot of work, a lot of work. I was breaking pencils here. I definitely have a very strong emotional intensity. My God, see my voice? I'm telling you, you have to reflect how is your body reacting. Like, I'm still sweating. There's so much energy going on right now on the paper and inside of my body. Do you have a headache? Do you have a backache? Do you feel nauseous? Do you have sleepy? Do you feel joyful? Do you feel happy? Are you thirsty? All the big and little things. This is your body reacting to this work, this psychological work. It looks like we're just coloring, you know, having fun, and we are, but we are doing a lot of work creating this beautiful new program, and we are on the way to success. Wow. Another day I was recording video for my clients. They were out of town and they wanted to do certain algorithm for certain things. There's so many different algorithms in NeuroGraphic Art, and I was drawing for them while recording, working on my topic, and halfway through my nose was so stuffed up. I was like, I couldn't even talk. It's crazy how my body was resonating to this topic. Okay, what's next? Next step is adding field lines. What are field lines? Field lines, it is a divine help, spiritual work, unconditional love. It is something bigger than us, something more powerful, amazing force of grace. You must feel the energy already just by listening to me. There's an amazing power than larger than us. God, universe, planets. We've done everything we could to dissolve our release, to harmonize our problem on the way to finding answers. And it's time to let the greater power come and help us. So we are going to draw a very bold lines across the entire paper. They can follow the existing ones. You can create completely new pathways, up to you, however you feel. Remember, you are the artist. If you do from bottom to top, make them all the same direction. If you do left to right, same concept, follow same direction. But if you make them across, one this way, another one this way, you will create some conflict, and you don't want that. How many lines? No general rule, but at least 2, and no more than 5. But I wouldn't do more than 2 right now, because you'll have to round off everything again. And some people draw very little lines, very tiny ones that are not obvious, because they don't know how to ask for help. How many of you don't like or don't know how to ask for help? Well, we are learning a lot of new things today. So today is the day you allow help to come into your life. If you're a control freak, it might be very hard to do those lines for you, but it will feel so good to let the help in. Please allow and feel body sensations. Kind of like think about, like, what does it feel? How does your body respond to this? Like, here's an example of the field lines. See, they're kind of parallel to each other. Same here, the field lines. Well, I guess I like it to draw it this direction. So field lines can follow the existing ones and then create the new ones. It's whatever it feels like, but they have to be really bold. You have to be able to see them, okay? Trust in God, trust in universe, trust in love, trust you're not alone and help is coming. So just think about it. When you do those divine lines, just know this is help. I am not alone. I am allowing this to come into my life. And my success will come. It's on the way. It's happening. You see, I kind of followed the lines I already have, and then I created the new one, and then I followed the one over here. Make it bold. Make it very visible. Don't be afraid to ask for help. How do you feel right now? Don't forget about the meaning of those filled lines. Okay, when you draw them, just think to yourself, wow, I'm not alone in this. I am getting help. My prayers are heard. I'll do 2 lines as well, just because any intersection we have, any intersection appears while doing those filled lines, you will have to round again. We don't want to leave any conflict or any sharpness or any obstacle. Everything has to be harmonized. And now we're gonna round the sharp edges again. Just follow the line and see where this line, see, created corners again. Oops, this one doesn't draw very well. You have no idea how many markers I go through every day. If you are serious about changing, transforming your life, get good markers, good soft pencils. Not only your drawings will be more vibrant and more beautiful, it will be much easier for you to do this art by using good product. Definitely soft colored pencils. And the paper should be like heavy duty paper, not see-through. Okay, this one I think all the corners. This one, see, created. If you feel like adding more, go ahead. I wouldn't do more than 5, and I would do them in the same direction just to avoiding the looking like another conflict. It's better if they go some sort of like parallel, not necessarily next to each other. We are almost there. How is everyone doing? So what's next? Look at your drawing. Look at your creation. By now your catharsis should be pretty much dissolved and not too visible. You should be very proud of yourself at this stage. You did a great job, but we are not done yet. Almost there. The next step is called main figure or fixation. Through this algorithm, we went very deep in our psyche today, into our unconscious. We work with so many different levels. We work with levels of personal subconsciousness, and then the collective subconscious. Then we work with archetypes, and now we have reached an absolute level. When I teach the pyramid of consciousness, we go over all those levels in details, but that's a whole different class for another time. Take a look at your drawing. How do you feel? Any bodily sensations? Any thoughts? If you have some thoughts coming through your mind while you're doing the drawing, write them down. Explore the field. Explore your paper. Feel right now where you would like to draw a main figure. Just feel it. There's an alphabet in NeuroGraphic Art that contains different shapes, but we will work with the circle today. You can also use an oval or like similar shape with no sharp edges, because the circle in NeuroGraphic Art represents harmony and symbolizes a decision, something good, something pleasant, something positive. So I'm going to do my circle. I'm trying to analyze where is it, or maybe it's an oval. Where does it feel intuitively? I don't know. I feel like today it's going to be an oval. It doesn't have to be existing shape, something you see on the paper. You can draw a circle absolutely anywhere on the paper. I feel like doing this beautiful egg shape, no sharp edges. See, it's a little bit hard for me not to be able to turn my drawing. Usually I just turn, it's easier. But because of me videotaping, I don't want to mess up the thing and, you know, try to reposition. And make it bold. You should be able to see your field lines, your divine help, and you should be able to see your main figure in this drawing, in this algorithm of removing limitations. You will have to do rounding again, guess what? But we're almost done. I know it is a lot of work, but trust me, it will get better. Once you know exactly all the steps, once you get more familiar and comfortable with rounding, it will get better. And like I said, I suggest to use a smaller paper, smaller format. This way it's not going to be as much work and you will get done faster. This is my oval. This is my solution. It can be any size, can be anywhere in the drawing, could be absolutely anywhere. Follow your gut, follow your intuition. Take the look and feel where you want to do the main figure. Don't try to analyze what you already have and try to find any shapes. No, just look at your field, your life, and your solution and like, oh my God, it's right here or right here. Just make sure that there's no sharp edges. This is my main figure. What does it represent? Don't really analyze it. You don't have to understand, but this is the answer to your topic. You don't know what it is, but graphically it has been solved. Graphically it has been solved. This is the answer of your question. These are the divine lines, your help, and this is the answer. You don't know what it is, but graphically you already have it, and it will come to you in real life. So now let's not forget, every intersection we have to that created while doing the main figure, we have to round off again. This is pretty much the last time you're rounding off. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. We're almost there. Please make sure you get it done correctly. Please get rid of all the sharp corners. Make it as harmonious as possible. This is your beautiful creation. Round off everything carefully. And while you're doing this, it's possible you might see something you missed, you know, some corners that you didn't round off while doing this whole drawing. It's okay. Or you want to add something, or later on you might want to add more color. That's okay. The rule, safety rule, the rounding has to be done. You cannot leave your drawing with any sharpness at all. Wow. How do you feel right now? It is very possible that tonight you might get some insights, some thoughts that you didn't think about before. You started building new neural connections today regarding this topic. The process has started, no turning back. You might even have interesting dreams tonight. You might even meet people who will help you to achieve your goals. Some clients call me after very first session sharing their experiences. And some experiences are very, very interesting. But please don't have any expectations. Just know that you are on the way to achieving your goal. Just trust the process. I suggest doing the same algorithm with the same topic every day, at least for a week. You'll be amazed. And maybe use smaller, format, like smaller paper, like this one. Like you can write your words here, time 2 minutes. You have timer on your phone, and do the actual algorithm right here. And this way you'll finish it, whatever, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You don't need a long time. So do it, try it every day for a week. But remember, you have to have patience. Don't wait for changes overnight. It is about the divine synchronicity. You are set for success. You just have to follow 2 very important steps in NeuroGraphic Art. When doing this algorithm or another algorithm, your emotional intensity is very, very important. And remember, you have to apply a positive meaning to each neural line. and do as many repetitions as possible. Each neural line is a positive meaning with emotional intensity. Remember, I told you, eating healthy is going to be easy for me. Creating the habit going to the gym, it's easy and I love it. I'm on my way to have an amazing body for the summer. I am receiving financial abundance. The success is coming my way. And apply this positive meaning like it's already happened. Remember, your brain doesn't know the future. Say every meaning like it already happened. And graphically, at the end of every drawing, you will have a solution. You will have this program. Graphically at first, and then in real life. Anyway, we have 2 more steps to go. Step number 7 in NeuroGraphic Art, called stylization. What does it mean? Take a look at your drawing. Do you like it? Well, since today it's your first time trying this algorithm, it's possible it's more like a diagnostic one. But usually at this step, you check your drawing to ensure all the corners around it and consider how you feel about it. You might add more neural lines. It's up to you. You don't have to. If you feel like adding more lines, if you feel like adding more color or even more figures, go ahead. Remember, no sharp corners. And remember, no triangles, no squares. You are the artist. You have to like your creation. And if you don't, let's say if you look at your drawing, you don't like it, it's okay. It is very possible that the topic you're working on is very challenging for you, causing your brain to resist change. And you may not like your drawing. It's okay. Do not give up. Like when you go to the gym, you don't gain muscles right away, right? You know that you are putting in the work. You trust the process. You follow your trainer's instructions. But you don't see immediate results, right? You might feel sore after you work out. You might feel like you don't want to go to the gym again. But once you do, once you develop the habit, you will feel better about yourself. You will feel healthier. And you will start seeing results after some repetitions, right? The same exact thing with NeuroGraphic Art. Develop the habit. Don't give up. You will thank me later. And if you feel like adding neurolines, you don't have to go with neuroline through the whole drawing. Like, I do not see my catharsis anymore. But make sure you don't have empty sections in your drawing. Like, I'm looking at my field, my life, everything is pretty much harmonized and equal. And if I want to add the line, maybe you saw me while I was doing rounding. Sometimes I felt like adding a line somewhere on the side, and it could look like this one, but it has to be in your graphic line. I felt like adding just a little piece of here, but you have to round off everything if you do so. Or maybe here, I feel like this corner is asking for a neural line. I created it and I round off. Or maybe here, it looks like there's a gap and I might want to add a neural line. Here we go. It doesn't have to go through the entire drawing. So by doing so, I created more corners and I'm going to round them off. So this is called stylization, step number 7 of this basic algorithm. When you analyze your drawing and you see if you want to add something, more neural lines, more color, up to you. You are the creator. Very last step, guys, we're almost there. Step number 8 in basic algorithm, called topic 2.0, involves looking at your drawing and the words that you wrote in 2 minutes. Evaluate. Has anything changed? Maybe you have more energy. Maybe you are excited about this topic. Your attitude. what changed since the beginning, since you started. Maybe you might want to write down your thoughts. Definitely write down the date, today's date, so you can track how it changes with each drawing, with next drawing. And I might add more color. I might add more neurolines. I don't know yet, but I feel very energetic. I feel very energetic about my topic. I know it's going to be great. I already graphically solved it, and graphically it is set for success. My new project with NeuroGraphic Art, it's very successful. I can't wait to share with everybody. It's amazing. I love it. Well done. Congratulations. I'm very, very proud of you. You are taking next step to change your life and create your best reality. Thank you. And you can email me your drawings and ask questions either in the comments or my email address, neurographicart+@gmail.com. Thanks again, and have a blessed day.